What did Sebastian Stan learn from you about being in your skin? And conversely, what did you learn from Sebastian Stan about being a ladies' man?
We had a lot of Phil and Frank like Zoom chats beforehand, and I let him sort of into my personal experience. And there's no one size fits all with disability. If you've met a disabled person, you've met a disabled person, and everyone handles their situation and their world differently. And so you have to find something that he can relate my experience to. And I've always said that the easiest way to lose your anonymity in society and to almost become public property are to either have a facial disfigurement or be a celebrity. And so I've sort of screwed myself over on both fronts now. So I was like, so you don't really know what it's like to walk in my shoes, but you know what it's like to have your anonymity taken away from you.
This drug seems to have the potential to actually heal you. The implications are life-changing.
The face is falling off in clumps.
I'm sure it only looks like clumps to you.
Perhaps any potential risk is worth the reward.
And he also just learned a lot from going out with the prosthetics on. Mike Moreno did a great job with those. And just seeing how people reacted and the real spectrum of it, ranging from just pure avoidance to the overcompensation that sometimes people can behave with. And I'm a real believer in learn by doing. And you can only do so much desk research before you've got to have the rubber hit the road and get on with it. I could read all the books in the world about flying a plane, but if we put me in the cockpit, we'll realise really quickly that we're all in a world of trouble.
Idealize people when we're in love.
So I'm the idolized version of Oswald?
It's kind of brilliant seeing you who looks like you, but you're not yourself.
Have you ever had an opportunity to do physical action in a performance before?
This was my first fight scene, if you will, where sort of like words that are said at volume with a certain degree of panic and hostility, and we walked it through and thought it through really carefully, because Sebastian Stan's a very well put together man. He's what, close to 6 foot and frankly the Winter Soldier. And I'm 5'6" and made of Oreos and broken dreams. So if it got real, we all know how it's going to go. But you walk it through and you do it. And the first time you do anything, there's a certain amount of, I guess, intimidation. And you go on, and even if you're scared, I'm always, be scared and do it anyway. But we shot that towards the end, and by that point, I trusted Aaron, I trusted Sebastian. We had very good stunt coordinators and choreographers on board. So you rock up to get your head in the game, and you do your job.
Talk about the chemistry you had with Renate Reinsve.
She's awesome. I love her so much. We always used to kind of hang out and talk, and I think we had a couple of Zooms as well. And I think you need to get to know people off-set as well as on-set, and I have so much fun for her. When we did the press tour in Berlin, they put Aaron and Sebastian together, and me and Renata together, and we just bounced off each other so well. This was her first English language film, and Aaron has like a lot of very long, dialogue-heavy one-take scenes. So for her, that was a real challenge that she rises to exquisitely in this film.
Well, there was a lot of dialogue.
Tons, and not sort of like light chit-chat dialogue either. It's all very kind of complex and long and elaborate and purposeful, and it's got this real, the whole film has this real Kaufman edge to it as well. And she's great. We still talk. I've got a lot of time for her, and I was fortunate that I was in very good hands with this film.
Now you sing, you play the saxophone, you do talks. We saw your TED Talk. What haven't you done that you want to do?
What haven't I done that I'd like to do? That's a good question, because I've done a lot. Like bungee jumping, done it. Skydiving, done it. Fire walking, done it. That's a very, very good question. I haven't, with regards to acting, I haven't played like a full-on bad guy yet. There are certain shades of grey with Oswald that I really appreciated in this film. Because by the end of the film, it's quite possible he's been the bad guy all along. Like, you don't quite know, he's perfect, is he too perfect? But I quite like to go like full on, like kind of full on assault in a film, just to see if I have it in me as an actor. Because I'm not that. In real life, I try and be as like charming and well-rounded as I can. And bad guys are just fun to play. Like, you get to turn up to work, be a complete psycho, and then when they yell cut, it all goes sort of like back in the box, if you will, and you can go back to normal and everyone's cool with you. So yeah, to do that, I reckon it'd be quite fun.
What did you learn from making this film?
I was fortunate that I was in very good hands with this film. I had a director who had a lot of trust implicitly, 2 co-actors who gave me the chance to stand on the shoulders of giants for a couple of hours, and I love all 3 of those guys to bits, and I'm utterly thrilled that we're here at Sundance Chicago, and that the film is being received as well as it is. And it's been a thoroughly enjoyed experience. I'm honoured and humbled by the reception that we're all getting, and that I'm allowed to be part of this ride. I'm just a small kid who grew up in like Croydon, South London, and now I'm here with Movers and Shakers at Sundance Chicago.